So just feel bad for them, detach, and don't let that energy-sucking, venomous, vengeance-eating demon ruin you. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday, and I want to wish everybody happy holidays for those who are paying reverence to Good Friday yesterday and celebrating Easter Sunday tomorrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful time. And on with the video. I have got 14 psychologically proven methods to help you gain the confidence of others, or sorry, the respect of others. And I got notes, lots of notes. So this is going to be a good one. And it might take some time, but it's worth it. Trust me. Because being respected by others is your ticket and your open door to a million opportunities, personally, professionally, socially, in your family. Just respect is an open, it's like a master key. So this is a really important video. So I'm going to make I'm going to make 6 points to note first. Sorry, my verbatim's a little sketchy this morning. 6 points to note in advance. First of all, going out of your way to make people respect you is a complete waste of time. If they don't give respect and they don't respect you despite how you respect yourself and despite how you conduct yourself and how you present yourself and how you treat others, then they're just garbage. So just place them there in your mind in the garbage bin and don't think about them because they don't count. So secondly, of course, you need to give respect to everybody first, and everybody deserves equal respect. That means your highest director in your company to the person that is homeless at the bottom of the street. They all deserve your respect. Not to say you can do the same thing. You might not be able to help that homeless person, but you can certainly give them the respect to say, "Hi, my name is Dee. What's your name? I'm so sorry I don't have change for you today, but I'll do my best next time I see you." Or, I can't help you today, but I hope somebody else is able to help you out today. Have a good day. Everybody deserves equal respect. So don't forget that. And you truly never know who people are and where they're going to be and how they got to where they are, because you can lose everything in like 3 bad strokes of luck, but you can gain everything with 3 strokes of good luck too. So treat everybody great and don't burn bridges. Thirdly, it's all about how you respect yourself. So you can't, I really don't believe in this earning respect business. I really believe in everybody starts at 10 out of 10 with normal human beings, and people who are disrespectful to others, that's a they problem. And I'll get into that in this video, but it's about how you respect yourself first and foremost. And if you treat yourself with respect and you conduct yourself in a manner of self-respect, I feel like you will be innately and subconsciously respected by others, whether they decide to treat you that way or not. They will have that innate feeling that you deserve respect, and you'll be treated that way just non-consequentially, like it'll just happen. So anyways, next point. I want you to consider this. The way people feel whether you deserve respect or not, a lot of the times they base it without even knowing on how you make them feel. So if you make them feel respected and make them feel proud of themselves, proud of their work, like they're worthy, like they're valuable, like they're important, they will respect you because you're someone who gives value and you raise people up. And that is a very respectable quality, and it's a rare quality. Not everybody really is intentional in raising everybody up. And if you can incorporate that into your daily lifestyle and into your communications and your practice and in whatever you do, then that will command respect from others, whether they know it or not, because you're making other people feel valuable and feel respected, and they'll respect you for that without even realizing it. So that's an important thing to recognize. Also, be aware of what a person's place is in your life. And that is going to change how you treat them with respect and how you demonstrate respect to them. So for instance, you respect your boss in a different way that you respect your best friend. You will respect a complete stranger on the street For instance, I'll respect a strange man that I don't know. I will treat him with respect in a different manner than I will treat a female that I know, because I don't want to give him the wrong impression and I don't want to lead him on. So I will be more careful. I will definitely demonstrate and give respect, but I'll do it in a more cautious manner and in a more separated manner so they don't feel like I'm coming onto them, just to speak bluntly. They don't feel like I'm trying to pick them up, and I'm not given an open door to ask me for my number. So there's a difference, and not everybody is on the same cognitive level, and that's fair and that's fine, but you need to treat people and respect people and communicate with people on the level they're on, not the level you're on. And that's a huge lesson in life. You need to treat people on their level, not on yours, or else they will misunderstand, they will misinterpret. You will end up with negative results in business, in personal relationships, in every experience and communication in your life. You could be just being plain nice to somebody and they will mistake it for something else because they don't understand. They don't understand the language you were using or your body language or the message you were giving. So just be mindful of who the person is and what place they are in your life, what place they hold in your life when you're treating them with respect, and determine how to respect them best based on that. And the sixth last point to note before I get into my 14 proven methods to gain respect from others is it's more about your demeanor and how you demonstrate respect in yourself. So again, if you treat yourself like you deserve respect right off the bat, and you command respect in the way you respect yourself, others will follow. People will follow. They will follow a pack. And I'll mention this again in this video, but refer to my pack video because it's true. It's a thing. Like, be the leader of the pack, and you can be the leader of your own pack, and that's what you need to be, and that will command the most respect you can get from any group of people, period. And that will initiate people's feelings of respect towards you. So we're 7 minutes in and I haven't even hit my 14 topics, so I'm going to blow through these really quick, guys, as fast as I can. So number 1, introduce yourself as soon as you walk into a room so people know that knowing you is important. If you walk into a room with your hand out, or after COVID, not everyone's into hands out, maybe it's fist pumps, or maybe it's just a wave hello. First of all, always use your hands in every communication. Studies have shown people who use their hands and talk with their hands are deemed to be more trustworthy and more relatable, and their opinions are considered to be more valid if you see their hands. This is especially important in Teams videos and Teams meetings, guys. Always make sure your hands are visible in the meeting. Right at the beginning of the meeting, say, "Hi, I'm Deirdre," and give a wave. Always make sure your hands are visible. If your hands are visible when you're talking, even better. Always use your hands. People find you more relatable, more humanistic, more trustworthy as soon as they see your hands. Don't know why. It's just a psychological fact. That's how people communicate, and that's how they perceive you. And that will help command respect. So you walk into a room, if you don't shake hands, that's fine. Give a wave. "Hi, everybody. I'm Deirdre. So nice to meet you. This is my role," or whatever. Incorporate that into your introduction. Or if it's a family event and you don't know everybody, "Hi everybody, I'm Dee," or "I'm Deirdre. Nice to see everyone. I'm so glad to see everybody here. I love you guys," or "I haven't seen you all in ages. It's so wonderful to see you." Use your hands, use your voice. Always speak your name and introduce yourself. The second point is, with regards to that, is don't end your sentences in an up. Always end your sentences in a flat. And if you need to go back and change your voicemail, change your voicemail. Because people who are like, "Hi, my name's Deirdre. Hi, I'm the clinical manager. I'm the clinical manager." It sounds like I'm asking a question. Like, does she know her role? Does she not know her role? Like, what is she? Is she Deirdre? Does she know? So always speak factually. Don't speak with question marks. Go back and listen to your voicemail. See if you end on high notes. Studies have shown people who end on high notes are taken less seriously. And I would get into the study, but I don't want to waste a ton of your time. There was a study where there was, I think it was 4 or 5 doctors, and they had them introduce themselves to a bunch of strangers, just record a sentence. And one of the groups recorded it with a steady tone, and these were all specialists and the very best in their field, both groups. And it was both males and females, and the other group ended their sentences with questions, like with inflection. They ended their sentences on a high note instead of on a steady tone. And everybody asked who the more knowledgeable and educated doctors were to the group of individuals who listened to the recordings, and the people all voted that those who ended without inflection, who spoke on a steady note, were the more well-trained, more educated doctors that they'd rather see, when really it was an equal all around. They were all the specialists and the best in their field. It was just the way they spoke that commanded respect, and it demonstrated knowledge and trustworthiness and value in their skills, their capabilities, and their knowledge, just in the way they use their communication and the inflection in their voice. Do some studying and looking into this. And again, don't Google it. Look for journal articles. Google peer-reviewed journal articles on voice analytics. Do that. And you will find a shitload of information that will blow your fucking mind, because there is so much to read in people's inflection in their voices and in their speech. And I studied this a lot, along with the video I made about microexpressions and expressions people make and body language people use. It tells me more about what they're saying than the words that are coming out of their mouth. And that's why we record interviews, because we listen to the words later, or we watch the actions later, and that tells us really what we're looking for. And the way people say the words, how they inflect or how they deflect, how they enunciate, how they put words together, there's filler words, all of those things say so much about your message that you have no idea. So you can be saying one thing, and I'll find out what you're really telling me by watching your micro expressions, listening to the tones in your voice and where you emphasize certain parts of your sentence and your communication, and how you use your body while you're talking in conjunction with how you express using your face. And there's a few exceptions to this, and mental health was one of them. Botox is another one. And cognitive or physiological disabilities, those can get in the way as well. But anyways, that's a whole other video. But I have talked about microexpressions before. These things are important, and so is how you use your voice. So look it up. Peer-reviewed journal articles on voice analytics. You'll learn a shitload. You'll improve yourself and your presentation 100%. Anyways, that was point number 1, and I went way off track, so I'm so sorry. Number 2, use people's names in communication with them. They'll feel valued, they'll feel recognized, and they'll feel respected. Therefore, they will respect you for that. It goes back to how you make people feel. If you make them feel respected by using their name and making them feel like they're worthy, they're valuable, their name is important, who they are is important enough for you to remember and to address them by it, they will respect you for that without even consciously making that decision. Number 3 is your posture. Stand tall. Make eye contact, move slowly. I know I talk fast in my videos because I'm trying to kill time, but when you're trying to project knowledge and reliability and expertise, you need to speak slowly and enunciate your words clearly. Don't race through it like I race through my videos. That's the wrong way to go about it. I'm hoping that you guys know, because you know me, that I know what I'm talking about. But in a presentation, you want to bet I hang on every word. I play the pauses. I let silence sit in between my sentences so people can recognize that my sentence, each word that comes out of my mouth, is worth thinking about. So I give them a minute to be quiet and think about it. And that tells them subconsciously that what I'm saying deserves to be thought of and processed. And I'm not moving on to the next thing until you think about what I just said, because what I just said has importance and value, and you need to know it. So there's a tip. Okay guys, back to the video. I had a slight interruption, had a phone call I absolutely had to take. Anyways, so back to posture. So make sure you're standing tall. Make sure you take up space. You look like you have purpose. Always, you look like your presence matters, and people will respect that innately without even thinking about it. If you take up, the more space you take up, it means you're meant to be there, you're meant to be in that room, and you stand with your posture tall and straight, and it means you are a part of that, and no one will question why you're there. And if you start with that introduction and you're taking up space and you're filling the room and you're using your hands, you're doing all these things, you're showing that you're meant to be in that room, and people will respect your presence and respect your value without you even giving them a reason to yet. It's just the way you're holding your body and carrying yourself. That's it. Number 4 is always be busy. Don't and this is personal too. This goes into your personal life. Don't be overly available. Don't say yes to every single thing. You can always say, let me check if I'm available and I'll get back to you. That's really easy. And that gives people the impression that you're busy, you have other things. They will respect that. They will respect your time a little bit more and not think that you're always at their beck and call. In your personal life, even if you're doing nothing every day because you're working on yourself or you just have no plans, and you're talking personally to either guys or girls or friends, lie. Say you might have plans. Say you're busy. If you're busy working on yourself tonight, or you need a night in and you've done that for the last 5 or 6 days in a row, and they want to late night call you and say, let's do something at the last minute. If you're the last minute plans is what I'm talking about. You're the last resort. Be busy. I have no time. I'm so sorry. I already have plans. I'm on my way out like right now. You just cut me on my way out the door. Or I have company coming over. I'm so sorry. I can't. If someone makes plans with you in advance, that's different. That's different. That means they're thoughtfully making intentional plans because they want to spend time with you. I'm talking about the booty calls. I'm talking about the friends who are bored, have nothing else better to do, so they call you at 10 o'clock at night and say, I'm going to come over. Say, like, shit, I'm so sorry. Like, I already have somebody on their way over. We made plans this morning, or we made plans yesterday, and I just can't, I don't cancel at the last minute. I'm really sorry. But let's make plans again sometime soon. And let me look at my schedule, see when I'm available, and let's definitely plan something. Unless somebody is in trouble emotionally and they need some support and they say, listen, I really need someone to talk to about something, or I have a problem, I need to bounce something off of someone and it's time sensitive, then that's something to consider. I'm not going to tell you what to do there because clearly I have poor boundaries in this area after the video I made recently, and you know this. But that's something I would consider. I'm sorry about my eyes watering. You guys know I have eye allergies, and today it's just a nightmare. Okay, next point. Stop saying sorry. Replace I'm sorry with thank you. And I'm going to give you an example, okay? So save I'm sorry for times when you've actually done something wrong intentionally that you should be sorry for. An accident, you shouldn't be sorry for. You should be sorry that it happened, but you shouldn't be sorry for your behavior, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. If you're running late for a meeting because you got stuck in traffic, or you're running late for an interview with somebody that you're interviewing or whatever, instead of saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late, come in and say, oh my goodness, thank you so much for your patience. That was really, I'm really impressed that you're so patient. Thank you so much for your patience today. I really appreciate that. I really value that. Don't say sorry. You were stuck in traffic. And why are you sorry? It's not your fault. A million other people decided to get on the road and construction shut down every single lane of the road except for one. Why are you sorry because of that? Right? You did your best. You left on time. You did everything right. You're not sorry, but you are appreciative of their patience and that they waited for you. So tell them that you appreciate their patience and say thank you. That's what you should say. We are so used to saying I'm sorry for everything. It's like we're sorry for our own presence, for existing. And we need to stop saying I'm sorry for everything, because we're not. Like, there's nothing to be sorry for. But we feel like we owe it to everybody to be sorry. I do it too. I'm a big bad one for it. Like, I even, like, someone has to step around me in the grocery aisle that I didn't even see coming, and I'll be like, oh goodness, I'm so sorry. Like, why the hell am I sorry? I didn't even see you. You were coming from behind me. Like, I should say, oh, pardon me. Or, oh, I'll move over for you. That's fine. But why am I saying I'm sorry? I do this too. Stop with I'm sorry. Replace it with thank you. Next point. Actually be authentic and take accountability when you've done something wrong. If you've actually done something wrong, verbally acknowledge what you did wrong. So repeat what you did wrong so people know you know what you did. Don't give an excuse. Don't say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I was late. I was stuck in traffic, right? If you were actually running late today because you slept in, don't give an excuse. Say, you know what? I am really sorry I'm running late because I like, you don't even give a reason. I'm so sorry I'm running late this morning. Things didn't work out the way they were supposed to, and it's completely my fault. I've learned from it, and I need to plan my mornings a little bit differently. So take responsibility, take accountability. Don't give reasons because they just sound like bullshit excuses. And explain what you've learned from it and what you're going to do differently in the future because of this experience. And that is a meaningful apology. That is authenticity at its best. And that is character. That shows character and authenticity, and it makes you accountable, and it makes you respectable. So, point number 7. Be authentic to you and what you believe in. Acknowledge what you don't know. If you don't know something, acknowledge it. Say, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that because I don't know enough about it. I have told people in healthcare, I don't understand enough about the proper diet requirements with regard to diabetes. And that's something I should know, but it's not something I've ever really needed in my career. So I'm not on top of it. I've done a lot of reading in other areas and a lot of studying and research, and I've practiced in a lot of other areas, but not a lot with diabetes other than in emergency situations. And in those situations, we use things such as glucagon and dextrose and things like that. And we use insulin and all kinds of things, but we don't use nutrition. So I'm not strong in that area. So when it comes to something like that, I always convey, I don't know enough about this to give proper advice. I'm going to pass you on to a registered dietitian or someone else in healthcare that is a professional in this area, and they're going to help you because I just don't know enough. There's nothing wrong with being authentic, acknowledging what you don't know. Stand strong when you do know what you know, though. When you know something and you know you're right, whether someone disagrees or not, this is what you say. You respectfully explain why you understand why they have the opinion that they have. And then you say, but I do disagree with you, and this is why. And you respectfully tell them why you disagree. And that is respecting yourself, respecting your boundaries, respecting your knowledge and your experience and your intellect and your education. And education isn't something you always get from school. Sometimes education is just something you've educated yourself on. Education is equally important whether you get it at school or not, because I know a lot of really damn educated people who never set foot in a post-secondary educational institution, and they are brilliant and they are educated, and let me tell you, they did it themselves. So you don't need to fork out dollars to be an educated person. Don't ever let anybody make you feel badly because you haven't done that, because that's bullshit. That's a lie. You can be equally as intelligent, as brilliant, and educated as somebody who forked out a mortgage to pay for their education without that. So just educate yourself, put in the time and effort, and do it. And everyone can do it. You can do it. I know tons of people who have. And here we go. We're getting to the end of this. Emotional reactions. Don't react. Respond. If you want to respond to someone's behavior emotionally, such as with an angry response, this is the rule I had to make for myself. I wait 24 hours. If in 24 hours I still feel the same way and I want to respond the same way I was going to in an angry, aggressive manner, then I'll go ahead and do it. I'll go ahead in 24 hours. But 9 times out of 10, I will have been grateful that I didn't open my mouth or start typing away on text. And I will have a more logical, well put together response, more intelligent put together response. And I'd rather share that because it's more impactful. And I'm so grateful that I didn't just react, and instead I waited that 24 hours to let my thoughts sit, let them congeal a little bit, and to put together a proper response. So number 9, think of someone you really respect. Like, for example, I have a ton of respect for my boss. She's unbelievable. She gets a million things done. She is super professional. She never sways. She's tough as nails, but she's sweet as hell. And she treats everybody like they're the most important person. Every level in our organization, every person of every level, she treats wonderfully. And I have respect for her for that. So for that reason, I have a lot of respect for her. And when I come across a challenge or a big decision or something I need to do that I find hard and difficult and I don't know which way to go, I think, what would she do? I think of my boss and I think, what decision would she make? How would she act in this situation? And that is a way that I can increase people's respect for me, because a lot of people respect her for the job she does. And if I try to emulate how she behaves and how she handles challenges and how she handles tasks, then I'm going to increase people's respect for me, because they see me trying to aspire to do better. And I have a role model and someone that I'm trying to role model myself after and my practice after, and to do better following her lead. Okay, so there's another example of how you can demonstrate that you're trying to improve yourself, and people will respect you for that. So regard yourself as a highly respected person. For example, would you say the things you say about yourself in your head about that person that we just talked about that you have so much respect for? Probably not. In your head, you would never say those things because you respect that person. So be very mindful of how you talk about yourself in your head and the things you think of yourself. So when things are hard, when you're struggling, as soon as you start thinking things that are disrespectful of yourself or not highly of yourself, Flip it around and right away replace it with something good. Say something good about yourself. Even if you don't believe it, say it. Number 11, look at people's actions rather than the role they play in your life. For instance, family, friends, everybody. If they, no matter who they are, if they treat you with total disrespect, they don't respect your boundaries, you've discussed this with them, you've talked about it with them, and they continue to disrespect your boundaries, then it's time to distance yourself. Maybe you can't completely cut them out, like for instance with family, even though I find that I can cut family out completely because they're totally disrespectful, most of them, not all of them, and they have zero respect for any boundaries and zero respect for most human beings that walk on this earth, and they treat people terribly. So I've cut a lot of my family out, unfortunately. But you know what? Some people can't cut their family out, and if a conversation doesn't do it, all you need to do is emotionally distance yourself. So just go through the motions, just emotionally withdraw. That's all. Don't let them drain your energy. Don't burn your bridges, just detach. That's all you got to do. Number 12, when people are going out of their way to disrespect you, it's often a projection. It's their way of trying to make you feel less than them because they think it'll make them feel better about themselves. This is the situation that goes on in my family. It won't make them feel better about themselves. So just smile inside, detach, and move on. They can feel however they want, but it's none of your business what other people think of you. I've told you this in past videos. It's none of your business what other people think of you. All that matters is what you think about yourself and how you love the people you do and how you treat people. And what you do is what matters, and how you treat others is what matters. How you respond to negative actions against you and how you choose to respond to negative things and challenges, that's what matters. Not what anyone else thinks of you. So don't choose to let their feelings become contagious and impact you in any way, because hurt people, and that's how it is. If they're trying to hurt you, it means that they're hurt. So just feel bad for them, detach, and don't let that energy-sucking, venomous, vengeance-eating demon ruin you. Anyways, surround yourself with people who you respect. Back to the pack mentality. Watch my pack video, guys. Watch the video. If you are in a pack of people you respect, you will begin to take on their habits, their characteristics, their routines, and their practices without much effort or intention. You'll just start to blend in because people do that. People start to blend. It's like they say people look like their dogs, or people's dogs look like their owners, their people. You will start to, it's a pack mentality, and it actually works. Surround yourself with people you respect and you value, and you will become more like them if you're not already like them, and that's why you're drawn to them in the first place. And very last one is in work scenarios, for instance, meetings, think carefully when you speak, listen attentively, listen carefully, reflect back what others say, reflect back what they say. Like if they make a comment, repeat their comment and say, Lucy, I want to go back to what you just said just a second ago. I want to clarify that. Is this what you meant? And repeat what she said. And that will mean that you're placing importance on her opinion, on the comment she just made. And that will make her respect you more because she will feel valued and respected. And remember, I told you it's about how you make people feel. So when you demonstrate value and respect, you will earn value and respect because people respect that in others. Say less, listen more. Only speak if you have a real contribution to make that you know for sure is accurate and true, that you can defend, that's evidence-based. And when you speak, people who speak less, when they do speak, they're considered to be very wise, and people listen when you speak. If you speak all the time in your verbal diarrhea, what you say starts to matter less and less and less. If you speak less, when you do speak up, people will know that it means something, it has value, they will listen, and they will believe you. And that it will make what you're saying very respectable, and they will have respect for you because they'll know that when you do open your mouth and talk, you speak the truth, you speak evidence-based information, and you speak from a knowledge-based point of view, and you're not just spewing out feelings and thoughts and ideas and shooting the shit. Unless it's a brainstorming session, for instance, something like that. But I'm talking about informal meetings, when you have something to say, an opinion to contribute, just sit quietly, think about it, formulate it in your brain, make sure you want to say it, you say it the way you say it, practice it a few times, get some muscle memory going on in your brain, say it a few times over and over in your head, then speak out loud. People will respect what you say. So those are 14 ways to gain respect from people, guys, and to increase the respect that you probably already have, but you can get more. So you deserve more. You're the best people. That's why you watch my channel. And don't forget about my GoFundMe. It's going to save a family that's been homeless for 2 years, and they don't deserve it. They're hardworking, good people. And I love all you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you watched till the end. And if you did, mwah, thank you. I'll see you soon.